Hello, I am Reverend Wilma, and I'm delighted to be here with you this morning as part of Deborah's Tree Ministry. I'd like to welcome you to the beauty of this day, and let's start with a brief prayer. Dear Divine Guidance, please be with us throughout the day and help us to feel your presence within us and around us and in all our interactions with others. Thank you. So I was thinking one of the first Deborah's Tree reflections that I recorded was at the winter solstice. And we talked about how we were experiencing the shortest day of the year. But despite the scary thoughts of a day being so short, that every day after that we would have a little more light and a little more light. So no matter how dark it gets, there's always a little more light coming in. Well, it just so happens that we are now approaching the summer solstice. And we are coming to the point where we will have the longest day that is possible for us to have in the Northern Hemisphere. So we are approaching a point where we will have the most light around us throughout the day that we will have in the entire year. And that is to be celebrated. And it is so often a glorious and happy time. People chant, people sing, people celebrate in so many different ways. But it's also important to keep in mind that after that day, on the 21st, we will continue to have days a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter until we eventually get back again to the winter solstice. So it's important to remember as we celebrate and love the beauty of this light, to remember that it doesn't last forever, and we must take each day as it comes and love it for all it has to offer, and to remember that even as we start experiencing more darkness, God is in the darkness, and blessings are in the darkness, and we learn at least as much in the darkness as we do in the light. The other thing I have noticed about this week coming up is that we are soon going to encounter Juneteenth. And you may know that this is June 19th, and it's a day that has long had great significance in the African American community. Having to do with liberation and with freedom. And it's a very special time. It celebrates the emancipation of the slaves, or when they first discovered they were emancipated, which took some time. But it is celebrating the glory of that freedom and our right to always be free and never be enslaved. And I love Juneteenth. And this year, I think it's the first year that it is an official legal holiday. So that is very exciting, and we will all be honoring it. And while we're talking about June 19th, it occurs to me that that is also a date that's very important in the New Church community. That has been, for us, for a long, long time, it has been New Church Day. And we are celebrating and honoring when Swedenborg said that this was the day in his writings and one of his visions that the new church on earth is actually beginning. So this is a very auspicious week. I love that Juneteenth and New Church Day are on the same day. And I love that we are having an opportunity to celebrate all of the light that is in our lives. And let's think about celebrating and honoring the life and the light with each other. and using this as an opportunity to be with others, to enjoy the out of doors in the Northern Hemisphere in particular, and to celebrate how wonderful it is to have the longest day coming up this week. Let us pray. Dear Divine Light, help us to feel your presence within us and around us. Help us to feel your guidance at every moment in the coming day and all the days after. I wish you many blessings on today and all the days to come. Take care.